Throughout the first half of the 19th century, drugs were not regulated in the U.S. People knew very little about human physiology and the origin of diseases and relied on home and herbal remedies with treatment. Scottish surgeon Joseph Lister only discovered germs as the cause of disease in 1861. Only in 1846, germs were first suspected as the cause of often fatal childbed fever in General Hospital in Vienna, Austria. It took another 2 decades for the germ theory to take root and convince the professional public about its benefits and value. Change of practices and ways of thinking crawled only very slowly into people's minds. 20 years after the discovery of germs as the cause of disease, the American medical community still did not uniformly accept the theory as valid. Until the death of President James A. Garfield. That galvanized public attention to medical dogmas and finally led to modernization of medicine. Patent medicines offered cure for a wide variety of ailments and conditions from infant colic to tuberculosis and cancer. It is no surprise that merchants who were selling these remedies often had knowledge of pharmaceutical chemistry or medicine. Most of these medications originated from England. Those who provided medicines to the royal family were granted patents of royal favor, which allowed them to manufacture and sell these products as medicines. Patent medicines were exported to America in the 18th and early 19th century. Problems with impure and bogus medicines did occasionally occur. However, the problem only really escalated during the Mexican-American War. During the course of the war, more than 1,700 Americans were killed in action. Additional 13,000 died from other causes. Many of these non-combat deaths could be attributed to poor living conditions and infectious diseases. Significant number of soldiers, however, succumbed to adulterated and bogus drugs. Public outcry eventually led the Congress to pass the Drug Importation Act of 1848, the first federal drug law. President James K. Polk signed the act into law on June 26, 1848. The Drug Importation Act required the U.S. Customs Service to inspect imported drugs to stop entry of adulterated drugs from overseas. The success of the program was short-lived due to lack of proper enforcement and continuing practice of political prerogative in the appointment of examiners. Some improvements occurred during the World War I and throughout the 1920s. In 1936, a division of laboratories was created, finally removing the laboratories from the jurisdiction of appraisers and collectors.